Hey guys, Matt from Eastwood. We're here in my home shop, and today we're going to work on a quick little fun project to organize your shop. Now I have the motorized bead roller, and I have pretty much every single set of dies that are available, and because of that my die rack is completely overrun, and I have dies setting around on my English wheel, on the floor, all over the place, and it is just a little bit too much out of control, and I want to get everything organized and hanging in a place where I can easily find all my dies and have room to grow as more dies come out. So what I did was I went to my local metal salvage yard, picked up some metal. I have a piece of 1/8 inch steel here and a piece of 5/8 inch solid round bar. What I'm going to do is cut some of this up, make a really simple rack that I can actually hang off the side of my toolbox, and I can get all of my dies organized and in one place. So let's get started. Okay, so I want something that can actually fit in this unused space on the side of my toolbox here. My shop has some old fieldstone walls. It's kind of unique, and I can't easily attach things to it, so I have to use other things or other ways to organize my shop. So with this big Mac toolbox, it's more than adequate for hanging the die rack off here. So I don't want something that goes all the way down to the floor that I'm going to have to be reaching for dies down at my ankles. So I'm going to try to keep something that's basically at this midway point up that we can hang it from, and probably about the width of it. That will give me room to grow with my dies over the years. So it looks like about from the top here to about the center is about 29.5 inches. And the box is overall about 26 inches on the side here. So I'm going to probably go a little narrower than that. There's some plugs already in the box here, so it's about 21.5 there. So we'll kind of split the difference, but basically we're going to try and stay just from the outside edge here and do this big square here. So now that I have a measurement, I can lay it out on my 1/8 inch plate, and we can start cutting it out. Alright, I went through and cut all of our 5/8 round bar off to length. We have 8 inch lengths here that I cut. And what we want to do now that we got all our straight 8 inch lengths is cut a 30-degree angle into these. So nice thing about this saw is that it has a kind of quick release here, if you will, quick thread. And we can adjust this to get the measurement that we want and set this to our 30 degrees, and by doing that we can have the rods actually sit at an angle upwards. So I've already actually cut a couple of these to test before this. So we have these cut at an angle so that when they actually mount to the plate, they're in an upright position going uphill, so that that makes the dies want to stay on. If we put them just straight out, what could happen with vibration from using things in the shop, shutting the doors in the drawers in the toolbox, and the dies may rattle off. So by having them uphill like that, gravity will keep them planted against the side of the box. So I'm going to cut the rest of these, put the same angle on it, then we can start fitting them up and zapping them on with the MIG, and we should be on the home stretch. Alright, so I mounted up a bunch of these rib nuts here. I'm on the last one, and basically I put in 8 of these, and these are 5/16 size rib nuts that we can use here with the Astro tool, and it works pretty darn good. And with having 8 of these in here and a larger size like this, it should be plenty strong to hold our rack in place. Now what I can do is just to do a quick little test fit, and then we can move on to painting it and mounting it for the final time. I let the paint dry overnight, and I went ahead and mounted up our rack, and I used the 8 5/16 bolts, and this thing is very secure. It's mounted to my super heavy toolbox. I know it's not going anywhere, and it can hold the load of all these bead roller dies. Now I made these bars like double wide so that I can fit about 2 sets of dies per bar, which makes it really nice because I can fit over 40 sets of dies on this, which I don't know if I'll ever fill in my lifetime. Now I went ahead and put some of my excess dies right on the top of this, and you can see I'm starting to fill it up, but I kept some of the extra dies that I use more commonly, like the bead dies, on the rack that's built into the bead roller, so I have quick access for those. If I need to swap them around or get a different set of dies, I can walk just a couple feet over, and here they are. They're not laying on the ground. I'm not tripping them. I don't have all the boxes they came in just stacked around on the English wheel and on the floor. So huge win for getting my shop just a little bit more organized, which is really awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this down and dirty, quick shop organizational project. If you have one that you'd like to suggest for us to do, drop a comment down below, and we'll do our best to take a look, do a video on it, or at least comment. Thanks guys for watching. Catch you later.